Go. Go. What's up, guys? How you doing? How you feeling? Good, hopefully. If you say bad, I will cry. But I do hope you guys are doing good. It's a good day today, you know? It feels like a pretty good day today. Oh shoot, that's 8 months of Optic Loki. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you rejoining as a member. Welcome back. So many good quality, high quality, grass-fed, organic members lately, and I appreciate you. Why is there a recording of the Phantom? This is an old playtest we did of my old mod Overpass ages ago. Oh shoot! 5 more all-natural organic grass-fed members! Courtesy of Optic Loki. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships, dude. I really appreciate it. So if any of those people are in chat right now that just got gifted a membership, be sure to type in the chat and go, "Thanks, Optic Loki. Very cool." And another one! Thank you, Loki! And congrats to Waggleton. Wait, what? What a name, dude. Yeah, a gross and also... Wait, why do I have double alerts? Oh, there we go. Better. And another one! Thank you, Loki! And congrats to Daniel Hernandez, who's now a member! If any of you guys are new members in the chat right now, come join the Discord server and please give your thanks to Optic Loki. That's awesome. Thank you so much, dude. Alright, let's get started. Let's get started as these memberships roll in. Oh, thank you for another gifted, Loki. Appreciate it. You're just spamming them. I wasn't sniped this time. I feel like you come around enough, Anna, where it's going to be challenging to get sniped. It can happen, though. I've seen longtime members get sniped. I feel like the odds are just way lower. Oh. Hello, humans! And hello, new members down there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are doing good today. I was experimenting a little bit last night, and it chooses newer people. That's been my observation. I don't have any hard evidence of that. 8 months equals 8 members. Well, thank you, Optic Loki. I really do appreciate it. That's super generous of you. Thank you so much. But my observation has been that, yeah, it seems that YouTube does seem to prioritize newer viewers, which makes sense from like a business standpoint, because then that would cause those viewers to come back more. It would basically try to like trap new viewers, trap them into coming back to my stream and therefore youtube.com, since they take a cut of everything anyway. But if you don't want YouTube to take a cut, there's a tip jar in the description. Alrighty, Guys, I have some really cool stuff to show you, so come here. First of all, I was messing with this a little bit earlier, just before stream. This is a Covenant battery. I just kind of yoinked it out of Halo Reach because I thought it looked cool. I slapped some pretty basic textures on it, and, you know, it's fine. Could be better, but it's fine. We also have this right here, which is a really crappy little vehicle spawner I started putting together yesterday. It doesn't look pretty, but check this out. It works. Hold E to spawn Tread Goose. Boom. There we go. We got one. And I'm unfortunately going to have to completely rework this thing. Well, I'm going to have to rework the specific spawning mechanism for it, but I came up with a really good one that will solve every problem that I can think of. While I was taking a shower this morning, I had that shower thought moment where I was like, oh shoot, no way. This will totally work. Why Tread Goose and not Snooze? This is the Snooze. Tread Snooze. Look at it. It's the Tread Snooze right there. What do you mean? So this works great. The problem with it is that these mongooses, I'm actually spawning them through AI. Kind of how you spawn like an elite or a grunt in campaign. I'm spawning the mongoose or the Tread Snooze the same way. Which means, like, generally this is flawless, and I can keep track of how many of these things exist really easily. The actual problem is that the game doesn't like that very much. The game is not a fan of that. And basically what happens is the multiplayer part of Halo has no idea that this exists. So if you get out of this mongoose and you go on your merry way, the game is never going to delete it. The game doesn't even know that this is a real thing that it can keep track of. So that's the downside. So instead I came up with a hacky, but good solution, alright? Which is that I'm going to have a bunch of vehicles, they're all going to be on here, I'm going to place them all down, and then I'm going to make them invisible. And then when you press this button, a script is going to go through, and it's going to be like, is Mongoose 1 on the map? No? Spawn Mongoose 1. And then Mongoose 1 goes and does its thing. Then you press this again, somebody else comes up, and they're like, I want a Mongoose 2. And then it'll say, is Mongoose 1 on the map? Oh, it is? Okay, don't spawn Mongoose 1. What about Mongoose 2? Is Mongoose 2 on the map now? And it'll check in order. Let's say Mongoose 2 is on the map. It'll go, oh, Mongoose 1 and 2 are there. How about 3? And it'll go, oh, Mongoose 3 is not on the map. In that case, spawn Mongoose 3. And so it does, and it just goes through that until every Mongoose available is already on the map, and then it goes, uh-oh, sorry, no Mongooses, can't do anything. Making everything look beautiful or making sure it still works? Both. We're starting on the prettification of it. So this is a Covenant fuel battery I found in Halo Reach, which looks pretty cool, actually. I like it. And what I want to do today is I want to make it take the place of these... Wait, where are they? Where are they? Not this. I want them to take the place of these. These are the gigantic fuel batteries that I randomly threw together. And, you know, they're a little ugly, but that's fine. Things can be ugly. But I haven't decided with 100% certainty that this is going to be the little Covenant capturable resource yet, because there's actually a bunch of these in Halo Reach that I discovered that I low-key kind of want to go through with you guys. So, boo, it's me, your favorite mad scientist-haired Halo modder man. And right here is the fuel battery that I kind of yoinked out of Halo Reach, which looks is decent. But there are some other objects that I want to show you guys. You can see here's it in Blender, here it is in Halo 3, and you know, it looks cool, it looks fine. But there are also other versions of it, such as this one, which is kind of cool. Oh, there's also a destroyed version of this. Wait, maybe I'll use this one since it can be blown up. Yeah, there's this destroyed version, which has like more metal and glowy stuff in it. Low-key might do this one. This actually seems like it might be more useful for this specific use case. And then there is one more called Cov Fuel Cell C, which I don't think this one has a damaged state, sadly. I think it can take damage, but I don't think it has a damaged state. No, I wouldn't want to use this one, I don't think. Well, maybe. It's got this kind of glowy lines on it. That would be kind of good. They kind of remind me of the glowy lines on this thing, so that's kind of cool. So maybe I will use it after all. Maybe I'm just lying, bro. That might be cool. We'll see, though. Dylan, thank you for 1 month of membership, dude. Very much appreciated. Said, I have returned to watch the shotgun make map. That's me. I do make the maps. I do make the maps. Oh, here's another one. This one I actually really like. The only problem is it has kind of a funky shape that I'm not a huge fan of. But it's basically this kind of cool Covenant-y power generator looking thing. I don't recall where this pops up in Reach, but I do think it looks nice. I do think it looks nice. I don't know if it animates. Does it animate? Does it like spin or something? Could you make it possible for us to rocket jump out of the Pelican and come back into the Pelican in midair? That's up to you. You got to figure that one out. I like the shape though. Yeah, it's not bad. Let me see. Does it animate? No, it doesn't. It's just kind of it just kind of sits there. It looks cool though. You know, this would be like a nice purpley kind of energy thingy thing. Is that from Reach? Yeah, this is from Reach. And I'm honestly a pretty big fan of this. This is like the big plasma storage, and I can scale these up bigger or smaller as I please, but I presume this is reasonably large. Probably not huge, but it should be. Oh, it's actually smaller than the other one. Never mind. But I would definitely scale this up and make it a bit bigger. That way, you know, because it looks like it should be bigger than like these things, even though it's actually smaller. A little bit weird. But that's not the only ones. There's some other ones, such as this one. Let me see. Yeah, this is vehicle fuel storage. The textures... Oh, no, the textures look fine now. This one's pretty cool. I like this one a lot. I don't really know a good way to show that this is, like, capturable. I like the first one that could be scaled up. Yeah, that's kind of been my plan. Using this one and then just scaling it up, I feel like would be the best thing. And then I do want to go into its materials a little bit and just kind of work away at getting them to kind of like glow upwards. Like, for example, this is the glow right here. What I wanted to do was to have the self-illuminate, which let me double check it. This is the base texture for it. I think this is the glow right here. Low-key, because it goes up and down. Let me see how it's textured really quickly, actually, so I can make an informed decision, because I want to animate it, because, you know, I really like how when you get close to these, the bar kind of goes up. I kind of want a cool animation for the one that we have, the other, like, new Halo Reach one, because, I don't know, man, it's just kind of sick. So I want to look at it really quickly. We're going to go here, we're going to turn off the field, and then we're going to grab the glowy bit on the inside, and we can see, okay, yeah, so it literally is just stretched around this whole thing here. So what I would probably want to do is make a mask for it. This is kind of becoming Halo 5 Warzone without predatory monetization. A little bit. I want it to be more like interesting and more Halo Warzy than Halo 5 Warzone personally. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of aspects of it. I think Halo 5 Warzone is probably the best mode that 343 ever added to Halo. Like, besides all the predatory monetization and other crap that wasn't needed at all. What about the unchanged snowbound barrels? I'm going to completely get rid of those and swap them out for these. Yeah, let me delete the field really quick. No, these are all smooth shaded. Why does it look like they're not smooth shaded? Well, whatever. Probably fine. Yeah, anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new mask in Photoshop really quickly that I can use to kind of like cover up these bits, these bobs, if you will. And that way I can kind of just like increase and decrease the glow so you can kind of see it like raise up like you're capturing it. But I also think this thing needs to be bigger, frankly. It's just generally way too small. I think it would be a lot cooler if this whole thing was just like a lot larger. Let me see if I can just do that really quickly. Scale it up like twice. Can I just scale this twice? Yeah, there we go. That should be good. Let's see. Let me scale that twice. I'll throw it in game, and we'll just kind of see how it is. So we'll go boom. I already have it extracted, and then I have a folder for it, and all I gotta do is go here and import it again. I don't know if scaling up the armature counts, but we'll see. Hey, there we go. That's pretty cool. I could even make it a little bigger, actually. Make sure the physics and collision are still sound. Yeah, they are. They're fine. That seems fine. Yeah, I think if I just made it a bit bigger, it would work, like, pretty flawlessly. Let's do... What's the scale right now on this thing? Scale to... What if I do, like, 2.5? 2.5 might get it to, like, a range where it, like, matches the old battery that I had. I think these are so perfect. I just ran across these while I was looking through Covenant props in Halo Reach, and I was just like, no way, dude. This is actually exactly what I needed. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to scale it all the way up to 3. I think if I scale it all the way up to 3, we are golden. Excuse me. Nice. That looks pretty good. Yeah, these feel like they are to scale with the map. So let me move this over real quick. This will be kind of our new doodad. I should be able to like kind of place them in the ground a little bit too, because they've got like a bottom base. But they look cool, man. I like these. These are great. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen these in Halo Reach. They're obviously in the files. They obviously get used places. This is my first time ever seeing it, though, as far as I'm concerned. Oh my god! Optic Loki with the huge super chat. Thank you so much for the 100. Hello? Thank you, dude. What the hell? That's massive. I haven't seen a red super chat in forever. You didn't have to scare me, bro. That's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. But thank you. What the fuck? That's huge. It came out of nowhere, bro. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Optic Loki is paying your rent. I guess so. I guess so. But thank you. I really do appreciate it. That means a lot. Thank you so much for the support. Oh, yeah. Listen. I like how we have these quiet, like, chill streams. And then I'm like, you know what'd be really cool is if when people do a big super chat or a big tip into the tip jar, that it's just so loud. That it's just unbelievably loud. That would be great. I'm a genius. Hey, cats. Can you calm the fuck down, please? As I'm opening the door for you, so you stop fighting each other. Either of you want to go outside. Either of you want to go out here. You want to go out the door. The door's open. You may leave. Wish to leave? Oi! Go play with her. Go play out there. Sorry, my small feline children. They are fighting. They were angry because they were stuck in here. No chair streams, only quality streams. But thank you again, Optic Loki. I really can't express that enough. I really appreciate it. I'm going to make this cool fuel battery look awesome, but in order to do that, I think I have to, like, do some wacky, quirky shit. Because if we take a look at this thing, we hide the collision, hide the physics, go into here, and we look, this, not this. This, the glowy bit, is tied to this little area here, which I'm going to presume is... Oh, it is! We're so golden, bro. We're so golden. Check this shit out, dog. I'm going to screenshot the entire UV little bit here. I'm going to go into Photoshop. I'm going to make a new file for it. I'm going to make it just like literally 256 by 256. Dude, technology. Technology! Check this out. So we do a black background, okay. I'm going to take this screenshot that I just took of Blender there where I can see the actual UVs. So we can see where the texture is applied. So you can see it's right there. All I'm going to do is I'm going to select it. I'm going to go like this, so it's like halfway the entire image. We're going to paint that white. I'm just going to drag this down. No, it can't cover the whole thing. Maybe that's fine, actually. I'm just going to stretch it upwards till it covers it, stretch it downwards till it covers it. And then theoretically, my idea is if I just, like, slide this upwards, it might be able to, like, not cover the whole thing. I'll give it a try. We'll find out. This will be our test mask here. And I might have another solution if that doesn't work super, super well. Okay, anyway, we're going to put this into our texture folder, which is going to go right here. We're going to call this in the bitmaps. I guess we could just call it battery mask. God, I'm creative. All right, now that battery mask is in, I'm going to run the bitmaps command. And in game, what we're going to do, and the reason I even made that texture so that we can watch this thing do some really cool stuff. So we're going to do self-illum is not going to be simple anymore. We're going to do illum detail. And the detail map is going to be the mask. I think this should work. Let's do battery mask. Oh! It's fine. And then I want to try doing translate on the y-axis, which I believe is up and down. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to make it when this, which is a device, goes from 0 to 1, it'll move upwards 0.5. Which does seem to have sort of worked. It's doing the opposite, which I guess is something. Yeah, it looks like it's just a little bit too large. God damn that, Bright. That do be true. That do be what it is and how it do be yurt. I'm going to bring this back to where it was originally. That looks like it's roughly halfway. And then I'm going to do a gradient overlay on this. We're going to do blending options. My big brain idea is that we do the gradient overlay. We're going to do a new gradient that's going to be at one side all black, at the other side all black, and then in between here we're going to do 2 white parts of the gradient. And then we'll just kind of leave it with this 10% gradient on either side. And then make sure our scale is 100. And that should just kind of leave some buffer room on the top and bottom of this thing. I hope, anyway. So we'll give that a try. And then I will re-import that. Oh, wait, that's kind of sick. Although it doesn't take up the entirety of the UV space, which kind of annoys me. It's so bright. Why is it so fucking bright? My eyes! My eyes! I low-key might need to just redo the UVs for this thing. You scale it in the editor? Yeah, I think what I'm just gonna do... How does it look normally? So it's kind of like that. Okay, I have a solution, actually. That's, really easy. I'm just gonna take this, because they did kind of a shitty job UVing it anyway. I'm going to scale it up on the y-axis until it matches the entire scale here. Kind of like that, but then make it a little smaller. And then we do scale y 0.5, so it shrinks a bunch. And then I'm just going to do my best to center it here, like so. Like so. Okay. Now that I have that, I'm going to screenshot it one more time. Okay, screenshot is screenshotted. And this should be a, nearly perfect solution. So here's what we have. We have this version of the texture now, which looks like that. Then I need this to completely cover it, which it looks like it does now. And then this will be our correct version of the texture. We'll re-import that bitmap, and now we have to re-export this version of the battery. And we should have the results we're after here. Boom, 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 boom. Should get a lot brighter, I hope. It's not perfect, but it's better. It's definitely better. My eyes, they hurt. All right, so the probable solution here to just test to make sure this works is I'm going to invert the function we had before. So it's going to go from 0.5 to 0, because 0.5 is actually the off position. So when we walk up to this, we should see it get brighter. That's the beginning test here. Obviously, the plasma on there, I would like to have the same effect for it. Oh. Oh, it's so bright. Jesus. All right, we'll make brightness 5, and then I realize I actually need it to go from negative 0.5 to 5. That way it goes up. Cool. And then I'm going to try something a little quirky, which is to make it get really bright at the end. So by default I have it at 5. So what I'm going to do is 20. And then brightness 0, which means that 5 would be at, how many? We have 10 here. So it'd be at 2.5, so 1, 2, 2.5, right? That's where we would technically want to end. It would just go up in brightness to 5. Or roughly just be 5 all the time. But then what I want to do is I'm going to add 2 points. I'm going to have a point here and a point here. At the very end, I want it to shoot up very bright for like a brief moment. Which I will add a spline to. Okay, it's doing some stuff, isn't it? Okay. Let's try that again. Straighten it out. Sure, good enough. And then this will also be tied to the position. As for the color, you're trying to make people blind. It's going to be like a visual to let you know that it's good. As for the color, right now we're using this kind of like pale blue. I'm going to switch it to green really quickly just to see how that looks. Let's see what happens. With the mixed color, it's a little weird. Oh, that was kind of cool. Did you see that? Alright, let's walk up. We're going to capture this thing. Cool. There's like a little flash right before you capture it. You think I'd forget? Forget what? A green light? Oh god, I have to change it now. Better. Alright, next up I gotta see how the UVs for the little plasma glow on it are. So that's the field right here. I'm presuming that, yeah, it's just like an up and down texture. So what I'm going to do for this plasma field, how do I want to do it? Maybe I can do some wacky trickery and make this a lot easier than I otherwise might be able to. So if we're gonna do, I'm going to do like a half and half one here, right? So the top is on, the bottom is off. I'm going to call it battery mask 2. We're going to import that texture. So here's my idea. All right, since I don't want to mess with these UVs at all, I'm going to try some trickery here, which is I'm going to make an alpha mask for this, which I'm going to just copy from this folder. We're going to do the alpha mask for this, and it's going to be battery mask 2. So we should see a halfway on, halfway off. What? That shit ain't doing nothing. Oh, because it's an alpha mask, right? I didn't actually add alpha values. Okay. Oh, interesting. With the UV scaling is like totally off. Unless. Alpha mask scale was set to 2. Okay, so now we should have, there we go. The bottom has plasma, the top does not. Well, it has a little, but it's not a big deal. So the reason I'm doing this is because I want this plasma to kind of like go up with it. I think it would look kind of cool. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do scale on the y-axis to be 0.5. So now it's completely on. And then what I want to do is set the translate y, which is moving up and down. And we're going to do the exact same thing we did before, where it goes from 0 to 0.5 with the position. And I think this one should work, or it might have to be the inverse. Okay, so yeah, now it's like essentially completely off. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the glow pretty low at the beginning. I'll add like a point right here. Have it spline upwards. Try that. Did I not set that up right? Well, it's still glowy, so that's interesting. Oh, it's doing the inverse. Which is kind of cool, actually. I don't really like the plasma glow on the outside. Is that a contained lightsaber? I guess so, yeah. Okay, so the battery mask 2, though, its value, I'm going to switch it up. Right now, I'm going to do negative 0.520. Now, let's see. Maybe negative 1 to 0? Okay, no, it's instead of negative 1 to 0, it needs 1 to 0. Dude, math is hard, okay? Math is hard. I lied, it's negative 0.5 to 0. Or no, it's 0.5 to 0. And then lastly, I do think I need to just blur this. I'm going to grab all of that. New. Paint it white. And then I'm going to add another. We're going to do another gradient overlay on it, like that. Which should smooth this out a little bit. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing I did before, where I merge it all. I'll put it in the alpha channel, save, re-import, and hopefully it looks a little better. It looks kind of cool as it is right now, but let's see, what else we got here? Ooh, that looks a lot smoother. That's pretty cool. It does look like it's like filling up with plasma now. I like that. And it really looks like shiny glass now. That's so cool. Like a cool lava lamp. Hella smooth. Yeah, that went from like wacky and broken to like actually looking pretty good. Cool, dude. That's pretty sick. That's a nice little animation there. So we can spam these all over the place if we want to. So that's kind of fun. I do need some kind of marker on these things that'll let people know what team is what, and you'll see all these little lights all over it. But can it blow up? This one, I don't think this one has a destroyed state. The other one that's very similar to it does, and I could probably reuse it. So, in that case, I guess we'll find out, you know? I guess we'll find out. But I'm pretty happy with this. Yo, what up, Zophie? Look, I'm using Reach assets. You inspired me. Making the stuff look pretty, because it's fun. It does need a light beam going into the sky? Yeah, it absolutely will. I've been trying to tell you about a new thing. Oh, did you? I was looking for your messages because you were showing me all that cool stuff I didn't see, though. I'm going to go swap the battery test out for the new battery. Do a little test here. Obviously a temporary red team effect, but it works. I can now export pre-release data the same standard as Foundry does. What? That's nuts. Hello? How? The bottom part of the animation is a bit OP. What do you mean? Is that bad? Okay, the capturing still works. Everything seems to go pretty good. Not bad, dude. Not bad. Just really big and fake looking, I feel. I'm a little confused by what you mean. Canvas will set the standards for Foundry because we use the same logic and I just ported it to tag tool. That's sick. What the fuck? Hell yeah. Like something that fits immersion and not in-game looking. If you're talking about the red
Aztec
light, then
nights
yeah,
and
that's
nighttime
temporary.
Aurora Borealis still happening?
Thank you for the 5! And yeah, the nighttime with the Aurora Borealis will happen. I'm going to do that as like a basically the last thing, right? I'm going to finish the whole map, get everything working, and then I'm going to go, okay, the map's perfect. Now I'm going to do a nighttime skybox and light it. Yeah, the red light beam. Oh, okay, yeah, no. The red light beam is temporary. I literally just copied and pasted the tower beam as a temporary effect so that I can see what team is getting marked. Yeah, so don't worry, those aren't going to look that bad forever, I swear. Alright, let me go on a satisfying journey to go capture some of these. I need some good sounds for these soon, too. Perhaps I shouldn't have them be blue. Having them be blue might be, like, a bit... Those assets of any use to you? Yes, yes. So I haven't used them yet, but I was dying to do so last night. I just didn't have the opportunity to. So let me show you guys. Zophi sent me over some cool pre-release Reach assets, which is actually what inspired me to go hunting through Reach for all these assets. But, where is it? Oh, also, I want to use this at some point for something if I can. It's kind of awesome, dude. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked really quickly with Zophi, but... Yeah, this giant Reach-style comm node is really cool, man. This thing's kind of sick. Freaking sick, dude. There. Yeah, this thing is pretty cool. I think it's pretty big too, right? How big is this? Oh yeah, that is a big ass comm node. These could be kind of sick to just have around. Anyway, let me show you guys the thing Zophi sent over. I got it like slightly set up. Where is it? Oh, here. So this is from a pre-release build of Halo Reach. I don't think this actually gets used in the final game, but this asset right here is a little, like... My presumption is that it's a little hologram thingy where, like, it sits there and it has, like, a little panel, so you can, like, walk up to this thing and, like, press a button on it, and that, like, hologram would be, like, emitted from this little circle right here. So this would be really good for a replacement for the vehicle spawners down here, where instead of having this crappy little cube I made, you could have one of these things with like a little hologram screen on it with information, and then you just kind of walk up to it, press it, and you're just having a great time. So I might be ending up using this. I was looking through Reach earlier to see if there's anything that might actually be useful there, but... Ooh. Wait, there's an art station post for this? What the fuck? Wait, that's so cool! You can actually see the art station post for it. This is sick. Halo Reach Covenant button. Okay, so I guess it's just like literally a button. But I could definitely turn it into like a hologram emitter that like displays more information. But that's so cool. Yeah, I like this thing. I really like this thing. It's cool that you found it in like a pre-release build too. It's so useful for so many things. And then the other one, I don't think I got the other one set up. Yeah, this is the other one you sent me, the vehicle lift. Obviously, I would have to do a little bit of cleaning up on this, which is not a big deal at all. But it's pretty interesting. This is just the model tag of it. I don't think I set up the shaders, did I? Let me see. Model, material, use lift, use nodes. Okay, yeah, I didn't set up the materials for it, but I can right now. Hold on. Un momento. This is what I was trying to do. Trying to set up this so that we can see how it look. And then, because I don't even know what this looks like, to be honest with you. Oh wait, I have that on sRGB. I have that on non-color, and oh, there we go, it's good. Yeah, this is kind of dope. I guess this is what, like, some kind of, like, vehicle launch pad or something? Let me see if there's a... Does this have, like, a built-in glow texture on it if I do this? I don't think so. No, it does. It does. It's kind of a cool texture going on in the middle. But yeah, it's some kind of like Covenant launching pad of sorts. I don't really get it, but it's kind of neat. Dude, the Reach Beta Covenant weapon holder, that'd be cool to add. I don't know. Zophie might have it. I'll send you the fixed mesh normals on that. Oh, sick. Yeah, I mean, if you would, that'd be handy. I was just gonna do it all myself and cry a little bit. I think the other one you sent, the button, worked great. But in any case, I'm pretty excited about these bad boys, dude. These look so cool. These look so damn cool. I might even make them bigger, honestly. I feel like they still feel a little small. They need some cool sounds. I wonder if there's any, like, nice Covenant-y sounds in 3 that I can use. If not, I'm just gonna have to keep grabbing shit from Reach for these, but I want to at the very least see. Because right now it does... It has opening, which is that sound. And then when it opens fully, it goes... Which is fine, but I think we can definitely do better than that. Let's see, is there anything interesting here that might sound good? Button pushes. There's not a lot of Covenant-y things in Halo 3, unfortunately. Wait, insertion pods? What is this? Pod insert. Oh my god, it's so loud. I think Reach will probably end up having better stuff than this. Oh wait, maybe the light bridge. Not bad. Wait, hear me out. We might be onto something here. It's a little too wonderful, Forerunner-y, sparkly, but it could be good. I could at least have it for the time being. Wait, terminal activation sound. I forget what they sound like. No. Wait, that's just the loop. We don't want that. Would you consider giving the batteries a different color so they aren't mistaken as blue? Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that a minute ago and how that would be misleading. Maybe either changing them to purple or like green or something. Yeah, but actually yellow is a good one too. You're right. That would be good. Is there a different sound for the like crater light bridge? Not really. I'll see. We have the A50 door. I just kind of need something that feels like it's like locked in, like. Oh wait, maybe this. These are probably going to be way too heavy sounding, but let me listen. So that sound I actually have used. Is this going to be the one? I'm going to hit play, and if it goes, ooh, and it's like screaming, I'm so sorry. Wait, that's actually perfect. What the fuck? Hell yeah, well, that's sick. Okay, I'm going to see what these two sounds are like together. That was kind of cool. What the fuck? Okay, let me keep a copy of this. Or not this. Light bridge in sound. What does the ending of this sound like? Very mechanical. Not ideal. I like the ending sound. Use the nuke sound when it's charged. Not so sure that's a good idea. Button push. Wait, pylon button push. What does that sound like? That's going to be just like a really simple sound, right? Ooh, wait, that actually might be really good for the ending. What if I flipped these two around? We do pylon button push here. Let's try that. Ooh, that's not bad. Kind of feels like it locks in. You get like a nice click sound. That's cool. Why is there smooth shader or flat shading on that? I gotta fix that. Yeah, I'm a fan of that though. That's pretty sick. Not bad, not bad. The flash shading is fucking killing me though. Well, I gotta fix that before I lose it. That should be the outside one, I believe. That's the field. To merge by distance so that it gets all fucked up. And we'll fix the geometry data and then shade smooth. Oh, it was actually this one all along. Okay. Okay, now we should be good. Okay, I got it. I'm importing it now into here with you and you. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, so satisfying. Yeah, the startup sound is a little too short. I do like how it sounds, but let's try the start sound maybe. No, I actually use that for when... Not the end sound, maybe. No, too mechanical. Generally these sounds are cool, but meh. Finally doesn't look like a pill bottle. Yeah, I grabbed it from Reach. It's a really nice asset. I might have to grab some stuff from some Covenant stuff. So sound device machines. I think, where is it? Doors and lifts. What does the in sound on this sound like? Because this might actually be useful. So that was a sound. Let's not use that at all, ever. I sent you some sounds? Oh? Active camo ready. Ooh. Oh, H2A sounds. Oh. They're not bad. I need something about 5 seconds long. Yeah, I have a feeling Reach is going to have something perfect, but I would really have to hunt for it, like, a lot. Is this what I think it is? Hold on, I think this is not going to be useful. No, that is a very iconic sound. I will not be, in fact, using that. Is this the same one, but just in a different folder for no reason? No. But very similar, for sure. What are the Halo charging sounds in the controller? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what that sounds like at all. What is Hangar 2 loop? What is this? Hangar 2, what does that even reference? I know what it is. Ow, my ears. None of these are really useful, I'm gonna be honest. Halo 3 just doesn't have a lot of Covenant sounds, man. Frickin' sucks. Maybe on, like, High Charity? Midship loop? What is this? Is this gonna be some background sound? That's just some space noises. I'm gonna modify Spartan laser charging sound a bit so it's not too recognizable. I mean, I could. I don't really know why I would, but technically, yeah, I could. A50 door, Citadel Tower. I wonder if the Citadel Tower would have anything. A high tube lift. What is this? This is probably gonna be a terrible loot. What in the world? I have never heard that. What is that? Citadel Inn? Dude, what even is this? Are these unused, or am I just forgetting something critical? Lifts? I don't remember what lift sounds like that. I guess maybe the elevators? I don't even know, frankly. Maybe I'll just go back to the high charity one for now and then just not worry too much about it. I end up getting caught up in these things, so I don't want to necessarily get so caught up that I just don't even know what's going on. I think the middle was what I was using before and it seemed fine. Yeah, that's fine for now. I'll do some like custom re-import of some kind of sounds later. It sucks that we have blue team and red team though, because this blue looks really good. It looks really, really good. Alright, anyway, that's all fine and dandy. I'm gonna edit the shader one more time. Maybe I'm gonna try like a yellow, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that much. And then maybe like a yellow green. Might be kind of cool. I can't even tell because it's. Oh, this is the field. Never mind. I want the glow, the underneath glow. That's kind of cool. Try orange. We can try orange. I really don't think that changed anything. What the heck? Hello? Is that orange? What's happening? Is it orange, but it's just mixing with the... Oh, it is. It's mixing with the blue and creating a green. I think I'm going to stick with green just for now. Like a yellowish green. I'll leave it be like that for the time being. Boom! Oh, that didn't blow up. That's cool, though. I'm glad these look better. Cool, dude. I love it. I love it. This one's already active over here. Imagine this, dude. You're just like, hold on. Simulation time. Simulation time. Right? You decide that you're going to teleport over to the side base because you want to just get ahead of the curve. I'm going to grab some light vehicles here. You're like, you know what, dude? I am going to go out and fuck some shit up right now. And you're like driving through this part of the map. You're like, oh shit, I see some reactors over there. I think we might not have captured one over here. And you're like, oh, I found one. Hell yeah, let me grab this real quick. Capturing it real fast, making sure there's no enemies around so nobody else can get it. Boom, reactor captured. Isn't there another one hidden around here? I totally forgot if there is. When are we heading out on holiday for a week in Spain? Ooh! Mod got featured in Blitz videos. I keep forgetting. I need to watch it. I haven't been like tuned in at all to that stuff. I'm really excited that he covered it though. I can't wait to watch the video. Another one captured. And then of course there's gonna be like big team colored lights that'll alert enemies that you've captured one of them. Isn't there another one? I swear to God I put another one around here. There's one there. There'll be two over here as well. Damn, maybe I didn't put another one. I swear I did, though. Just to, like, give people more reason to come down here. Maybe not. I don't know. Sir David Attenborough's 100th birthday? Is he still alive? Let me do 100 is crazy, man. That's actually crazy. Kinds of vehicles you have in mind for another typically a very high amount of resources? Good question. I think medium resources would be like Pelicans and Phantoms and dropships of that type. This is fun, dude. I like capturing these. It makes me happy. It's very satisfying. Now that there's like sounds and lights and stuff that go with it, I find it very, very enjoyable. I'm gonna go capture these real quick and just feel the vibe. And then there should be... Do I have 2 or 4 at the bases? I'm going to have to be very careful about how I place these. Oh, I forgot. I actually removed the existing Covenant batteries. They're just completely gone now. Now if you want to come through here and make sure your team has these back at home, you're chilling. I need a Lich Warrior this map. Only if I change the way that it dies. It makes it possible for it to die by getting like shot down from enough damage. Look at that, dude. Seeing the base's resources lit up is really cool. I like that a lot. Fucking hell yeah, dude. Gah! What do resources do? They're going to give you access to better vehicles and possibly even more vehicles. I do need to rewrite part of the script for spawning these bad boys in the... Oh, I don't have scripts on. I need to redo the script for spawning in the mongoose. Because this is my test vehicle spawner. Everything's working good, though. I'm just pretty satisfied with this right now. Also, since we have that great new button object that Zophie sent over. Let me grab... Where was that? Button station model and collision. Let's see how the shading on those is. The shading wasn't like bad by any means. It wasn't perfect. I would definitely have to clean it up, but let me do a little nude. Save. Oh, my legs. God damn. Yesterday was leg day, man. That was brutal. Got to do with unoccupied vehicles left around the map. I believe I have, yeah. Oh, wait, this is perfect shading. Thank you, Zophie. Holy crap. Where is this? Was button, right? Oh, that's Covenant Reach objects. I'm looking for button station. Button station 2. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm in the background just grabbing this stuff. I need the materials. Give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry. Okay. I'm getting the button station working. We're going to hook this up. We're going to get it set up for Halo 3. And we should be golden after that. So now we can see it. And I don't know if the glow uses the textures. I figure it does. It seems like all the older Reach stuff kind of does that. Oh wait, none of the image textures carried over. What the hell? Dun dun. Dun dun. Shell. Normal. Diffuse. Okay, there we go. Much better. So now we can actually see the button station. It's shaded properly too. Is the Covey insertion pod? No, this is actually just a little button that you can press. It's from a Halo Reach Alpha build. Zophie yoinked it out. Collision model, just run import fix up, should sort it. Oh, collision model doesn't need to be like anything crazy. This is fine. And then I could probably do the same for the collision, frankly. Actually, for the collision, I'll make it even easier. I'll just duplicate this. Well, let's make this collision. I'm gonna make it really easy for the physics. I'm just gonna grab all this. Convex hull. We got it. Go me. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this out for the buttons that are from the Reach Alpha build, and I'm just hoping generally that it'll look good. Let me see, the shell. Okay, it's like a nice shiny shell, and then it's got like metally bits as well. This is going to be like really nice. Great thing about the new update is it preserves perfect bone weights and halo regions. Oh, thank God. That's fucking sick. Okay, so this is gonna go, or this and the physics are gonna go to the armature. The collision is also going on there, but it's gonna go on the single node. And now this is ready to go in game. All I have to do is put the textures in, which is very, very easy. I don't even know if I need this to be a device machine, actually. This should be fine, I think. I'll give it a try anyway, but I think it's fine. I'm gonna make it a device machine. Fuck it. Fuck it, dude. I don't care. Button station 2, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna export it. So we're gonna make a data folder for this. There we go. Objectives. Vehicle podium. Maybe I'll just delete the original vehicle podium and put this in here instead. I think I'll do that. Get rid of the old one. Alright, so there's that. And then we have to get the textures as well, which is going to be this one and this one. Put that into our bitmaps folder. And we're going to run bitmaps on objectives, vehicle, podium, bitmaps. So we get that now. And then for the materials, we just got to match them up to the same exact ones we got in Blender. So button station, shell, and glow. I'm going to use the battery 01 shaders, because these are pretty much set up, I think. So glow, metal, blah, 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 blah. And I can just throw these into the vehicle podium, get rid of the old ones. Button, station. So this one, oh God, why did I do that? Button, station, glow. Button, station, metal, and button, station, shell? Shell. And then the metal is just regular. Oh. Okay, now we re-import that, and it should look a lot better. So here's our podium now. And I don't have the textures set up, but we will in a second. So we'll do vehicle podium model, and then I'm just going to hit bulk re-import on it. And then we're going to watch the transformation take place. Oh my God, it's so tiny! Why is it so small? That's what she said. It's so tiny! Maybe that's a good thing? Does mean active camo and spawn will give a more hologram look? I'm not sure. Looks like coming to R2D2 a little bit. I'll fix it up in a sec. I'm gonna quickly use the restroom because I just drank some coffee, man. I gotta pee. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Mic muted.
Thank you for the 2! Yeah, you're right. My mic was muted. Shout out Zovi for resurrecting this thing from the dead. This looks pretty sick. Cool ass asset. And then it does have a little glowy bit on it. Ooh, it's even got like illumination there. Alright, so what I'm gonna do for this, for the glowy bits on this, for now anyway, is instead of having like a translation and movement of the texture and any like mask for it, I'm just gonna do a very simple self-illumination with an intensity not this complicated. I'm gonna make it so the intensity will be, we'll have a max intensity of 5. And the glow color, it seems like animated glow colors just straight up don't work in Halo 3 for some reason, but I'm gonna try anyway. I don't know, maybe it'll work. Like I said, a Covenant technology and the ability to spawn it should be something Forerunner. I would agree, but the entire bases are, you know, giant spires. So green to red, that's the trick here. Go like that maybe, so it looks a little more interesting. There's a little fade to it. And we'll have it animate based off of position. This probably won't even work, sadly, but it is what it is. And then I guess I'll just leave it at 5 for now. I'm not going to do anything crazy with it. So now, theoretically, when we press it, it'll go red until it's ready again. That's kind of cool. I can't press it anymore because there's already enough Hmong guy spawned in. Portals. Okay, so far so good. We got a fancy Covenant button in here. Not bad, not bad. I need a cool button sound, though. Right now, the button sound is kind of lame. I think we could do better. There's my vehicle podium. Device machine. Do we have any Covenant buttons in Halo 3 that I can just slap a button sound on? So we have closed, opened. So when it opens, aka when it's becoming activated. There's one in reach. Yeah, I might grab that. Do device machines. There is one. The reactor section. Oh, true. That would be reactor pylons, right? Pylon button push. Let's see how that sounds. A little intense. And then when it's closed back down, I want some kind of sound to let players know that it's active again. So maybe like sound, game sound effects, UI, multiplayer. What about that? Not bad. Pretty simple tone. But that sound that of when you press the pylon thing, that's really aggressive, man. Maybe I can find something. I bet a Forerunner one will sound like decently good. How about... Are there any other regular buttons here? Maybe I do need to do doors and lifts. Vault door button, vault door loop. There's got to be some better buttons, man. Halo 3 button push. What about the generic one? Is this like a human button push? Jesus, that's aggressive. Arc light bridge. Oh, true. That would be under... I think it's in here, actually, right? Salvation, lift, vault door. No, maybe it's out here. Light bridge. I swear I just saw it. Hollow switch floor. Here it is. I think this also has that Halo 3 generic button push where it goes. Oh, it's a little bit nicer. That's satisfying, man. But now that it has like an actual model and color and stuff going on, I kind of like it. I just don't think Halo 3 has like this kind of good sound, though. The kind of sound I'm looking for. Maybe, what about this? The little respawn sound's not it really either, in my opinion. No, that's not it either. I guess the push is the best one yet, but it's not by much. Shield charge, button-based UI sounds. What does the start button sound? Not much. What about hit him with that rank up sound effect? Corvette, control room for reach, had a cub button you press? Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go for that. That's what I've been thinking, sadly. Eh. Latin, thank you so much for the 2. Appreciate it.
Truth and reconciliation large door button.
Yeah. I'm desperately trying right now to see if there's anything in 3, but I think I'm going to have to either go for like some Halo 1, 2, or Reach stuff, because 3 just doesn't have it, man. It's kind of weird. Kind of freaking weird, dude. For now, I'm going to have the player respawn sound when it goes up. I'm just going to leave it as is. It's not offensively bad, but it's not great either. And then, of course, there'll be some kind of effect and stuff on where a vehicle spawns in. So far, so good, though. I'd like to have a little hologram on there, too, that shows you the thing you're going to spawn in. Some of the sounds Sophie says sounded cool. Oh, yeah, I wonder if I could use them for the buttons. Sounds a little not very Halo-y. Very overly processed modern. They don't feel very Halo-y. The button the first level where Johnson is trapped behind? I don't remember what that one sounds like. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. We can definitely improve it, but the main thing is it's functional and it looks decently pretty. We can iron out all the details at some point. That's not really a massive priority for me. I'm reasonably satisfied with this for the time being. We got a spawner. It works. Make sure that this sound can't be heard from like really far away though. Okay, good. You can't hear it. If you're nearby, you'll hear it, but it's not like a crazy radius. I want to see just how far. Okay, that's pretty reasonable. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. That plus... I low-key want to have a way for players to see how much power their base has. One idea that I did just think of that might be kind of cool is these things... Excuse me. These things right here, it's gray here, but it'll obviously be purple. If there's like a bunch of these behind your base and they're really big and they start like spinning and animating, I feel like it might be kind of cool as a way to alert players like, oh hey, this is... Wait, why do I have this in here twice? Oh, I see. Yeah, I was going to say, it would be kind of cool if you alert players to be like, oh shoot, look, your base has this much power in it because the giant generators behind your base are lit up like 1, 2, or all 3. Kind of want to try that, not gonna lie. I feel like it could be cool. And then just like depending on what's what, I could set these up to animate and make a bunch of sounds and let players know how their base is doing. And I definitely am thinking about having it be like a tier 1, 2, 3 system, so just having like 3 of these at really large scale would probably be good enough. Let me see. If we want to get this in Halo 3 to test it anyway. And I think I'm going to try your idea, Nick. I think I'm going to try that idea, see what sounds it uses. Smart chat for custom-made icons. Let me see. Oh, wait, Zophal. Sophie sent me. Ooh, I like that. That feels appropriate for like a Covenant-y thing. Where are the icons? He said, oh, I'm in general, not... Ooh, wait, what the fuck? These are really nice, actually. I don't know what I would use them for yet, but these are great. Cool. I like how the Locust has one, too. That's fun. These look like vaguely familiar. Okay, anyway, let me throw this in game real quick. So to do that, we're going to have to very quickly give it some regions. So we're just going to do... Oh, Mush wants in. We're going to do defaults for this one. Mush! Trying to come in here, buddy? Mushy mushy. Hello, man. Hi, buddy. Hi, Mush. What's a happy boy like you doing at my door trying to hang out, huh? Oh, you're so cute. You're so handsome, Mush. Yes, you are. Alright, we got this one, and then we're going to do this region as well, which we're going to call Plasma, our default Plasma. Assign that. This does have a destroyed variant, but I don't think I'm going to have these reactors actually get destroyed, because these are just going to basically notify players of how much energy your team currently has. Let me move you up here a little bit. There you go, buddy. So I think this will just go kind of unused, but I'll still set it up in any case. So this will be destroyed defaults. And then now that we have those, oh, I got to set the markers as well. There. So we're going to hide the render model. Now we're going to do the collision. So this is the main collision model. We'll call this default defaults. Pretty straightforward. And this one's the destroyed collision model, so it's destroyed default. Dude, these reach props are so cool. I really fuck with them. Given the collision symbol. And then lastly, we have the physics, which thankfully still use the Halo 3 style of doing things. And for this, I guess I'll just do... Is this a destroyed defaults? Terrible physics model. I'm probably going to have to make these better. This is also destroyed defaults. And this is the basic one. Defaults. Alright, this is ready to go in game now. I do need to set up the materials for it, but should be good. I'm going to throw it in Halo 3. I'll make the shaders real fast in a second, but first and foremost, gotta get our cool bulk plasma storages. Alright. Hell yeah. So I'm making some plasma storage folders for these. I'm going to use the vehicle podium shaders as a baseline. Put this in our shaders. Plasma storage. And let me double check what these materials are. We have a bunch of Covenant destroyed stuff, but since we're not going to use it, it's not a big deal. Plasma storage metal. Plasma storage shell, and then plasma storage plasma, which I think actually the plasma might need to be like a special glowy shader, like a proper one. Hi, buddy. So let me actually delete this. Oh, when you back up, buddy. You're right in my face. Yeah, I think I'm going to need the battery 01 hologram shader for it. Should be fine. We go plasma storage, and this now becomes plasma storage plasma. Perfect. These look awesome. Dude, I know. This is so sick. Make images and add hologram effects. Oh, I see what you're saying for all the vehicles. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. I'm going to have little hologram thingies here. It'll obviously, you can see it says hold E to spawn tread goose, but there'll be a little image of it, like from that exact side frame. Probably in the exact same style. Maybe with like an outline and like kind of like a slightly transparent inside just so it's a little clearer, but yeah, basically that. Kind of like the weapon schematics that you see at the top right of the screen where like my assault rifle is. Basically that, but in like a flat hologram form. And there will probably be multiple podiums here at the small pad as well. Like you'll be able to spawn like a tread goose and maybe like, probably not, but as an example, like a ghost. So this will be like the light vehicle spawner. You can spawn all those, and then there'll be like another pad where you can spawn like warthogs and stuff like that. So that's the plan. And with the new battery storage working like awesomely, speaking of which, I'm gonna spawn one of those because they just look awesome. I love these things. I just want to capture it, dude. I just want to capture it because it looks so cool. It's not activating. It has the same flags as the other one. I broke it. Mush, are you trying to get out already? Ah, why is it freaking out? Oh, I know why it's freaking out. It totally has a... Yeah, that's why. Oh, finally a satisfying capturable thingy. It's so beautiful. I love it. Would it work if it was attached to an elephant? What, these things? Yeah, theoretically. Probably have to make a custom elephant for it, but yeah. How the fuck does me spawning in... You know, that's just a sapien bug. I'm not going to think too deeply about it. So we spawn ourselves a goose. We get out of here. We go capture objectives. We can also... I don't have a destroyed variant for it, but we can blow them up. Or we're supposed to be able to blow them up if their collision model works, which it doesn't. Alright, anyway, we were doing these bad boys here, which we did just export, right? We totally just exported those, didn't we? Yes, and then I was doing the shaders, and then now we're gonna grab... These aren't in the button station folder, they're in here where we have bulk plasma storage. So we throw these into here, and then I suppose these will also be device machines, that way I can dynamically, like, upgrade them and downgrade them based on how much plasma storage you have. By just calling various device group adjustments. FYI, I gave you all the other Covenant human icons and support chat if you want. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. Do model, device machine, plasma storage. Alright, let's hook these up. Once I get around to actually doing the holograms, those will definitely be a very nice help. I'll probably end up like redoing them, but there's probably some quick Photoshop edits I can do to get them in the exact style I want with that, so I'd very much appreciate it. Alright, bulk import. Variants, we do have to do variants. We have default, destroyed. There's also plasma. Default with no alternative states. We definitely don't want these things to be able to be blown up, even though it would be kind of cool if they could. They're going to be really small, and I will have to upscale them, but for now they should be kind of cool. I don't know, maybe. Voila. They don't have the right textures yet, so let's fix that. Looks like a conch, man. Let's get their textures in. I don't think I got the textures in, actually, did I? No, I didn't even grab them. I gotta go into Reach real quick. Or not Reach, I gotta go into Blender. Oh, there's even an Illume map for it. Perfect. So here are the textures. We're gonna go to Plasma Storage, make a little bitmaps folder. Throw those in there, and then we're gonna do, instead of vehicle podium, we're gonna do Plasma Storage bitmaps. Ka-chow, they say. And then for plasma storage, we got to open up all those shaders here. So instead of battery, everything plasma storage shaders. And then we just hook them all up. Copy, paste. Easy peasy. Do the normal map. I don't know if this uses an actual illumination map, so just for now I'm going to do a really simple one in case it does. So there's Illume. I'll keep this open so I can edit it. Then we have the shell. Kind of the same deal. Diffuse. Z-bump, and then a simple self-illumination. See how we're looking. Overall, not too bad, actually. That's pretty cool looking. Might make the metal a little darker, though. Metal seems kind of bright. It's a little nicer. What if I made it just black? Ooh, chunky. I like it. Unfortunate reality, though, is very small. It's very, very small. So I'm going to scale that up like 10 times. These things, I want these things to be like very, very large. So we're going to do boom, save, scale 10. Pray that it doesn't look terrible. I feel like that's the worst possible outcome here. Boom! Okay, that is the scale that I wanted, straight up. Cool. Anyway, the idea was that you would have like 3 of these behind your base. On like the back side of it. So like 1, 2, and then 3. And these would be your signifiers of how much energy you have. What did I miss? I'm doing cool energy storage stuff. I'm making these Halo Wars bases. We got cool Covenant buttons, courtesy of Zophie. Oh, I'm accidentally capturing that because the editor is fun. And now I'm going to do energy storage. So, that's cool. Alright, for the glow material, plasma storage, plasma... No, it's not plasma storage, plasma, actually. If we look in here, let's hide, and then go into the default. I don't think the plasma... I think if I hide that... Yeah, we've got the underneath part here. Which... Is it metal that controls it? Or is it the shell? It's definitely the metal. So we're going to go to the metal material. So on the illumination here, I'm going to have the self-illum color be, I guess, like that same kind of green energy color that the rest of the stuff has. Just save that real quick. And then I will set, for now I'm going to test it with like a flat 15, see how that looks. Ooh, yeah. Not bad, not bad. Where did the rest of them go? Oh, there we go. So that would be like a fully maxed out energized base. I'm not fucking with the green. I'm sorry, that's just bad. Maybe I should do like a red and blue team one. I'm not familiar with the mod you're doing. It's a gigantic, high scale Halo. Oh, purple, bro. Purple is it. It's between red and blue and it looks hella good. I think that's what I'm gonna do for all the energy storage and captures. Purple is looking good. Basically, it's a giant multiplayer map, big team battle, 8v8, with a bunch of AIs on both sides and tons of objectives throughout the map. And you can see the AIs are actually battling out here right now. They're fighting it out. Red team and blue team are going at it. It's working pretty good. I'm adding a system for capturing resources so that you can upgrade your team and get yourself stronger. So that's fun. Oh, I captured it for blue team there. Hell yeah. Oh my god, the blue team one finally fucking worked! I actually captured it. It's a temporary blue team effect. How do you capture them? You just stand near them, and then if enemies find one of your captured areas, they can blow them up, which they'll respawn neutral, and then somebody else can capture it, either the enemy or you just have to recapture it. Kind of the ability to sabotage them, basically. Alright, I'm going to switch these from green to blue really quickly, too, because I feel like it looked a lot better when it was purple. Yeah, maybe the self-illum map is not it. Ooh. Like you're working on Permafrost? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Working on it right now. And it looks better when it has like a more dynamic coloration to it rather than just a solid color, but I'll stick with it for now. It's fine. It's possible to add a grenade type that would allow you to like call ODSTs. Yeah, that kind of stuff's possible for sure. I actually have this. Where is it? This one right here. This is the airstrike equipment, which is not the same thing, but basically what it does. It won't work here because we have the. I guess I could take the shield down. Sheets, jetpack one. But I could technically spawn ODSTs and stuff with it because this. Let me take down the shield on the base really quickly. They don't light up your team color. I could do that, it would just take a lot more effort and be kind of annoying to do. Alright, now that the shield's down, I can use it.
Blue team spire shield has been disabled.
Alright, so here's me activating airstrike. You see the little, right where I'm pointing, that was the equipment I just threw. And then up in the sky. Giant missile comes down, destroys wherever you target it. And it does stick to vehicles and stuff as well. So theoretically, something like that could be done with like ODSTs as well.
Be advised, red team target designator deployed.
Let's see if I can stick it to the Phantom. Oh, I gotta wait 30 seconds in between uses. Hold on. Hang on, hang on. There we go. Okay, it's stuck to the Phantom. It doesn't have a very good odds of hitting high-speed targets, so the Phantom, yeah, it's probably gonna dodge it. Because it just kind of fires wherever the moment that it spawns. But yeah, this is looking pretty cool. I like this. I definitely gotta change the color of like the plasma. It's kind of blue around the edges, which is freaking me out, but you know, I'm just gonna do that before I forget, because if I don't do it now, I feel like it's just never gonna happen. So let's go a little purplish, purplish, lightish red, purplish. That's a little better. Now it feels more cohesive. The illumination glow is a bit, a little bit. Maybe I'll adjust that really fast. Hold on. Here's the battery mask. I'll just do edit the gradient overlay to have kind of a more subtle approach. Drag these out to like 25 and 75 just to make it a little bit less crazy. Okay, alternatively, if I do the same thing, but I just do one in the middle at 50, and at 75 and 25, maybe like 10. I'll go back to the 10, and I'll have them be like a dark gray of like that. I feel like that'll look kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of nice. Cool. Let's see how it looks when we're doing the stream. This. We captured that. Looks pretty nice. Probably switch it up a little bit so the edges are still a bit brighter. And then we have these buttons, courtesy of Zophie, that look pretty good. The spawn in stuff. I'm going to readjust the spawn script in a little bit to make it a little nicer, but it's pretty decent. And then we have energy storage here, which will properly showcase just how much energy you have at your team. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Maybe I should flip these around. No, I kind of like that you can see these like back sides to them. This is impressive quality for mod. I didn't make it. I just stole these from Halo Reach and I'm reusing them. So don't attribute that to me. That's just Bungie. That's the amazing artists at Bungie who cooked like crazy. Please do not credit me. Do not credit me. I don't deserve that at all. It's all Bungie. I'm just porting them to Halo 3 and reusing them. Alright, so our plasma storage is nice. Yeah, oh, you're like, oh, Bungie did make them. Yeah, that's why they're Bungie quality. I cannot take credit for that at all. At freaking all. Will you add Reach Cup drop pods? I might. I was thinking about it. Oh boy, I'm gonna have a lot of device groups on this map, man. A lot of device groups. At the very least, I can get rid of the night music, and that'll save me like one, but let's do energy blue 01, energy blue 02, then we'll do energy, I misspelled that, energy blue 03. And then for these, I'm going to name all of these. This will be energy blue 03. To that's what the Covenant factories from Halo Wars look sick. I agree. The only downside to those is that they just look like super low detail and they don't really match up to the level of fidelity that would actually like look good here in game, I'm afraid to say. You know what? I can make these actually look a little better. Because these were originally small objects, the tiling on these little texture maps are kind of low, which makes them kind of look like they were just scaled up. But, big brain mode, I can go to the plasma storage shell, and I can take the detail map, and I can scale it a bunch more. And then it does that. It makes them look bigger, like they were totally, purposefully designed to be at this scale. Now the hexagons are smaller. These are big. I don't even know if the physics models are properly working right now. Oh, they are. I'll have to make a better one, though, because it was designed for a much smaller object. When can we all play together on this beautiful map? Are you going to host any events? Yeah, I host playtests all the time. I need to get a lot of these new scripts and the storage and all these new systems hooked up, but yeah, pretty soon it should be ready to play. I would say in the next couple of days, we'll be able to test out the first aspects of these. Cube map moment. I actually did bake cube maps. You can see the high quality, not crunchy cube maps right there of the spire reflected in the area there. It's kind of cool. So yeah, cube maps are working. I know this is a stretch, but can you display custom text and variables in the HUD? Not in Halo 3, as far as I'm aware. Unfortunately. There are... I was testing some stuff with green for like HUD text and hints and stuff, because those can call pre-designated strings and put them on the HUD, but that didn't seem to trigger in multiplayer, sadly. Alright, I'm gonna switch these to be purple as well. This is the little plasma ringy bits that kind of just like sit around the purple on here. There we go. Now they're all purple, because that's the little like purple plasma bits in there. Should probably make them like speed up or something. They're kind of slow. They don't look like they're highly energized by any means. What's their direction that they move in? Let's try noise map translation X. Let me look at their UVs. Maybe that'll help me understand a little better. They go from, is it like left to right? No, it's up and down. Okay, so the Y movement is what I'm gonna want. 0 to 1 in, let's do like 4 seconds. Let's see what that looks like. Nah, since they tile a lot, I'm gonna have to make it like 1 second. And I can do this one at like 2 seconds on the Y. And now that looks kind of energetic. Maybe a little too energetic, frankly, but not bad. They're schmoovin'. Maybe I should go the opposite way. Can I use the default global file as MCC overrides it? Really? That's annoying. Right, custom messages to pop up on the screen. They're like that says checkpoint on. I don't believe so. What I was doing was HUD messages, where it's always like, remember that you can zoom in with right click. You can edit those and where they appear on the HUD, but you just can't seem to trigger them in multiplayer. Okay, anyway, I have this working, so that's fun, but what I need to do is I need to set the illumination intensity here on these to be tied to the position function of the device machine, where it's going to go from 0 to 2. And I'm going to do the same. Does that make this invisible? No. What I need to do is also the overlay intensity, which is also 2. I'm going to go from 0 to 2 on position. So now those should be... Am I editing the wrong shader? What the fuck? Oh, there we go. It's just bugged. And then the last part would be the metal, which is where the other plasma part of this is stored, I believe. So 15, I think, actually looks really good. So we'll go 0 to 15 on position as well. And then we're going to check the shell part. I don't think there's any glow on the shell. So as of right now, these are kind of just like off completely. Unused. Let me try this. We'll do device group set storage. What did I call it? Energy blue 0. Okay, so we'll do device group set energy blue 01 energy blue 011. Okay, so we called a generator online. Made a boring sound, but it's fine. We'll do now 2. So this is when you get enough energy for the second one to activate. And then of course the third one will activate as well. There you go. All 3 generators online if you had, like, maxed out your energy at your base. Not bad, not bad. Maybe I should make them team colored. It might be more fun. I'll leave them purple for now. That way I can just reuse them, but in the end I might switch them to be blue and red. It works, though. That's pretty cool. They're all separately toggleable to notify players how much energy each base has. The Hail 3 mining tools have splines like to make a big wire going from energy storage to the main tower. Oh yeah, that would be just in Blender, because anything you model and create, you got to do in like actual 3D software like Blender. So you could, I've definitely done that before. I've taken like the wires and pipes and things from Snowbound, and I've like dragged them across. It's not in the map anymore. I actually removed it, but it do exist. It do exist. I kind of like that. I didn't mean to leave this like smoky effect on it, because that's a separate part of the plasma shader, but I kind of like that it's just ambiently flowing. Cool. What if you use the team color instead of purple? That's the plan. Well, for these, I'm probably going to keep them purple for now, because anyone can capture any of these, basically. I think this allows you to... Oh yeah, I accidentally triggered these by walking up to them. So I gotta set these carefully. All 3 of these are gonna have the property that says does not operate automatically and does not close automatically, and that should be about it. They should be able to turn on and off on a whim. So now they won't turn on for the time being. I think I'm going to have it so maybe level 1 will be on all the time by default, and then you can upgrade to level 2 and then to level 3. Yeah, I really think this will be a fun addition to the map. I'm so excited. Okay, now in order to get these set up, I need to make a decision on how many batteries are going to be on the map, like per side. So I think each base should have 2 batteries for free next to the spires that you can just capture at any time, but also can be destroyed. And then I think 3 over here for a total of 5 there, and then I could spread 5 more around the middle part of the map here. Maybe not, though. Maybe just like 1 at the base. The whole point of this is it becomes an energy storage stockpile that you want to protect, so maybe I'll keep that. The reason I need to do the math to calculate this. Will I add Insurrection as a playable faction in this event? No, not on this map. And will you add some AI turrets to attempt to defend the spires and also alarms? Oh, I already have that, actually, yeah. There's enemy turrets here that protect. They're anti-air shade turrets, so they specifically are good against anti-air vehicles. Well, they're good against everything, frankly. And there are alarms as well, so like if I take this down here...
Alert. Red Team Spire Shield is now offline.
And also, when somebody starts to capture the base to take the spire down and fully destroy it, the alarms will sound really loud, and it's an even more intense alarm across the map. Like some power cables? Yeah, I can definitely add power cables. I'm not going to do it yet until I get these all placed down, but it's definitely doable. I just haven't finalized the positions of anything yet. Okay, now that these work, I want to add some kind of function to make sure that these can correctly work and hopefully synchronize as well. The scripts for activating these actually should be insanely easy. So I think what I'm going to do temporarily, when I send things, YouTube just goes, nah, your message go poop. Yeah, I love that. I love that. think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the default battery to be this one for now. I'm going to move it inside of Blue Base so that I can do testing with it. So that should be this guy right here. I'll put him right around here just for testing purposes. And then the 2 crate objects that spawn in for the effects, I'm also going to move them as well. These are the red and blue markers. It would be really awkward to have a red team captured thing in your base. Don't let the enemy team capture your fucking batteries when they're literally inside your base, guys. That would be rather embarrassing. You get bonuses? Yes, it's going to allow you to spawn like better vehicles and other things. There are features that I haven't even thought up yet for it. I just want to make sure the system is in so that it works well. And hopefully it will just be kind of awesome to have overall. Alright, now that this is here, I'm going to refresh the map. I'm going to make a quick script for this, right? So that we can activate the first generator. To like set the map to be like blue team level 1. So... scroll up to here. This is my scripts for energy, and that's vehicle management. Here is batteries. This is what the scripts for a single battery look like right now. I would like to consolidate them down if possible, but I'm not entirely sure how feasible that's going to be. I'm going to make another script up here that's going to be for resource management. That's going to be a continuous. Script continuous. Storage blue 01, so this is stage 1 of the energy storage. And all this is going to have is an if statement that says if, or no, not even if, we're going to do sleep until, what is the value? It's blue resources. Sleep until greater than blue resources 1. 0, actually. So at anything more than 0 on blue resources, this is going to activate. And then we're going to do a little if statement. So if blue resources is greater than 0, we will have it say device group set. Is it energy blue 01, energy blue 01, 1. And then we'll do another sleep until, and then for this one, it's going to be, specifically for the first one, 0. That will then do this, but back to 0. And that should just work for this particular case. Oh god, what did I break? Did I screw up the scripting names? I got a function call, but I got an expression at 1091. Device group set, energy blue 01, energy blue 01, 1. What? That's a perfectly valid script name. What? I'm confused. Oh. Add an extra parenthesis. Oopsies. Alright, now we should be good. So we're going to refresh. So what should happen, because this is tied to the energy storage thingy, as long as this captures for blue team instead of red, which sometimes it does capture for red. Do you use AI to help you with coding? Not currently, no. Halo script is pretty simple, and the AI is not going to be much help with that. We should see that turn on. Oh, no, it got captured for red team for some reason. Brother man, why? Why does it do that in the editor? Sometimes it captures for blue team. That's technically because we're not in a multiplayer game, but I also should be a blue team player. What if I just delete myself? Will that work? I said it captured it for blue team. But it didn't spawn anything. still capturing it for red base in the editor. Okay, I'm gonna flip the battery capture for testing purposes so that it forces it to be blue team. But no, if you're looking for an AI to help you code, I'm pretty sure Claude is the best one, and Google's Gemini is pretty good too. But everyone seems to use Claude. Alright, let's watch. Okay, captured for blue team and then proceeded to do absolutely nothing. Battery 1 blue, battery 1 red. Why is it doing nothing? I wish I knew. What's up? What's up? Oh, there we go. It's online. I captured one resource for blue team, and the blue team's generator lit up. Hell yeah. Cool. What you doing? I'm setting up energy systems for the bases. Look. It's working. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I don't know why the blue energy thing isn't popping up though. Maybe it's like under the map? Oh, battery blue is just not even over here. I just never brought it over. I wonder. This is a big enough map. It looks like you plan to have scarabs. I may add a player-controlled scarab, but at the I might also make it so that you don't have to board it and that you can just kill it with pure damage. All right, blue team captured. That goes. I need to make some kind of cool effect for when you capture this on blue team. Right now, the effect is just reused from the base, and it's kind of eh. I might like reuse the same effect, but make it smaller. And only like on the top of it. I might give that a try. What would that look like? Right now this is using... It's literally using the same one, right? Oh no, it's called battery blue. It's kind of small. I'll just have to go around placing these manually on top of all the batteries, but... It'll be fun. Oh, it's battery red. I guess that's fine. Do battery blue. Obviously way too big right now, so I'm gonna edit that. I'd like to at least have something passable for the time being. So huge towers, objectives. No, I think it uses the invisible one, right? Invis cube. What am I using for this? Battery test, FX. Beam blue effect. We're going to put that on objectives, battery 01, FX. Call it battery blue as well. Okay, and for this, it's just a bunch of particles that spawn in regularly. Oh no, the delay doesn't even need to exist. I can get rid of that. Yeah, so there's a, what do we have? A beam system, which I guess is fine. It's a light volume. No, these are both disabled. We can just get rid of those. And then we're gonna make these just a lot smaller, basically. I think beam ring is the big one. We could probably just scale this down a bit. Scale right now is 2.5 to 10. I'll make it like 1 to 2. Can I offset its position a little? Minus 0.65. How about just 0? That's better. So now I know it's a blue one. It's not the best work I've ever done, but it's something. Then we can edit the other particles too. We have that giant beam streak. 0.1 to 0.2. That is not correct. There's no way. I mean, that doesn't look bad. You can tell whose battery that is based off of that, I suppose. What do you guys think? Decent? See which team has collected it based off of that. You can see that from pretty far away. That's not bad. And then... no, it is spawning little beams, isn't it? Oh no, they're all from that. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll go ahead and do, let's do the same for the red now. The battery red. Kept so many objective triggers event where Hunter Squad gets dropped off of the enemy base. That would be pretty fun. That'd be pretty fun. I'm just gonna copy the effect and turn it red. Easy peasy. So that's beam streak, and then we have beam ring as well. How does that look? Collect this for red team real quick. I literally could just turn it on or off. I don't know why I'm making this complicated. A little too red. Let me make it a bit paler. And that's certainly red team. As for the other part of the effect, I'll make that part extra pale. Red's just generally more saturated than the blues. Okay, yeah, that's a red team marker for sure. So I should just be able to collect this for red team by coming over here. It will not give me the resources. That will not light up when it collects for red team. What would it look like if I moved these down a little? I feel like moving them down, like, into this might be the move. I don't think anyone's called you bald yet. Holy shit! Maybe the stream is just dead, man. Maybe the stream is just dead. Feels bad. Okay, that looks a little better. It's more closer to the surface, but that's cool. You get like a big objective marker for red team. And then it is adding 1 to the, to like the overall energy resources. So when I collect this for blue team now, this is responding to blue team resources increasing. It's not tied to this directly. Blue team goes, that turns on. The system is in place, and these should sync perfectly. They're about the same on both sides. Very interested in this. It's coming together. We're slowly getting it. The energy system is working. It's a big ass pad there. Oh, that's for the AIs to spawn on. That's where your AIs all come from. So they go out into the map and they fight the enemy team and enemy AIs as well. That's for the ground vehicles though. The air vehicles come from the spire itself. I need some better sounds. I wonder if I could use some of the pylon sounds for the big battery storage turning on. Where's battery storage device? Right now it has the button push when it opens. I bet I could use the pylon sounds a lot better here because they're really big and heavy. And then when it's fully closed, maybe it doesn't even need that actually. Let's try that again. What do I do now? I'm getting battery storage. It's working. I said 5-second sounds. Ooh. What the fuck? The range on that sound was like nothing. Why couldn't I hear that? 15 to 45. I'm just gonna manually. I don't care that this is. Fuck it. Nice, that's pretty sick. What do the other sounds sound like? Because that one's good. I do like how it sounds, but let me see the middle one. What is this one like? It's kind of mid. I mean, it is the middle one. Let's see about the start. I can't use that one because that's what I use for when the spire. Do I use that for the spire going down? I forgot. Maybe I don't use that anymore. I suppose I could use it now. Battery's gonna be used for weapons, vehicle spawners. We have the prototype of the vehicle spawner right here for spawning the tread gooses. Then it comes back. You can spawn more. They'll be able to get more vehicles and stuff with it, which will then allow you to capture more batteries and things. Scarab jacket. I low-key might add a drivable scarab for players, but only if you can destroy it with pure damage. I don't want it to only be able to be killed by buckling. It would just kind of suck if you're forced to board it, especially with how like wacky the terrain is. The scarab might get downed on like a hill or something and then just break that way. Covenant Jammer from Reach have some cool sounds? Probably. I think Zophie just said that she sent me a bunch of sounds too for Gravity Throne teleports. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad. Halo 2 Anniversary is just like very over-processed modern. This is good though. This would be great for like a Covenant. Like if this had an idle sound while it was on, that would go crazy. That's this. Okay, that's like perfect for capturing. That's so good. What about Wraith opening? The Spectre opening would be so good for when you start to capture the. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I'm so glad this system is working already. It's like the foundations of it, but it's still really sick. Oh, it feels good, man. Feels good. I don't like that this button is green. Green makes me sad. Maybe blue. Green just doesn't work. Yeah, the cyan looks better. Be a little more green into it, so it's like kind of a turquoise. Yeah, that's nicer. Why is it so dark, though? I feel like I don't see any of the glow coming off of it at all. I'm not trying to, like, overdo it. Oh, there we go. A little bit of bloom coming off of it now. That feels good. Not bad. Not bad. Don't get me wrong, the Scarab is cool, maybe on this map, but maybe a Space Phantom, the team can all hop on board like a warship. I mean, the Space Phantom is on the map, technically, but only as an AI. I wouldn't be against it. The Space Phantom's just not fleshed out. I'd have to do a lot more work on it. Not that not that I'm against that. That would be very fine by me if it adds a lot to it, but it doesn't have an interior or anything. You know, it would be a lot. Oh, no, this is, this is a prototype. The vehicle pad... These are all reach assets now. This thing right here, the battery, and these are all reach assets. The vehicle pad is a prototype I whipped up in like 5 seconds. I literally made it like yesterday while streaming within like genuinely like a 5-minute period of time and just slapped some basic textures on it. So this is, I don't know what I'm going to do for it yet, but it's going to look a lot better in the end. Probably not quite as good as the reach assets, but I'll do my best to make it look good. Anyway. These are working and it makes me extremely happy. Can you tell from a distance? I mean, you can't really tell. I mean, you could sort of see the energy levels and stuff. Not that it's, like, necessarily important to visually see them. Unless you're, like, on the team. I'm gonna have voice lines for Dot. Like, obviously how she calls out things like the shield going down. I'm gonna have her call out things like energy levels as well. So when a team goes to energy level 2, 3, 1, etc.
Alert. Blue team spire shield is now offline.
And then she'll obviously call out when you capture your first thing. I probably won't do it for the first capture, but when you go up to like level 2 and level 3, or even down, she'll be like, capture it. It goes, wow, and she'll go, alert, blue team is now at energy level 1. Should be cool. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna go check on something very quickly. Because I may have to leave soon. I'm gonna go check something really quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Unfortunately, guys, I do have to go early tonight. We're only going to get a 2-hour stream out of me. That said, for a 2-hour stream, we made some crazy-ass progress, man. I'm going to be live again tomorrow. I just have to go early. I'm going out with some friends tonight. Should be a good time. We got the basic foundation of the energy system in. It's looking good. Oh, real green night! Dude, have you seen any of this? Check this out. It's starting to look decent. Captures it for blue team. Energy level 1 activates. Pretty cool. And we got the... courtesy of Zophie, she's going crazy with these new assets. The only thing that's like prototype left is this vehicle pad. I gotta test out the new vehicle pad system tomorrow. It should end up solving the issues, but it might create some more that I have to script around, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I think we're getting somewhere with this. It's starting to get somewhere. That said, that's cool, but no. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much to all the new members and the gifted memberships. It means a lot. I hope you guys enjoy the stream. It was a short one. I'll be back tomorrow, though, for more of this. I'll probably work on it tonight, too, just because it's really fun and I'm kind of addicted to this whole system. Can I make clips of your stream anymore? I don't know. If that's a setting that YouTube toggled on, I'll toggle it back so that you guys can clip it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, though. Thank you for tuning into the short stream. I really appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.